Hey, my friends. I have been waiting to get some information from my wonderful neuro-oncologist up there at UAB. And if you've seen some of the previous things on my last MRI, as well as probably almost a year plus now, there's been some new stuff that popped up, and I've had some different tests to it, but it hasn't been obvious enough to where they thought it was cancer. It could have been, it still could be. I forgot, like just scar tissue from the radiation back when all of this started 7 years ago. So anyway, just finally got a message back from my neuro-oncologist up there, and after he met with, I guess, a special group of other experts, a tumor board, they all decided, after looking at numerous things over the last many MRIs, that as of now, they're not convinced it is cancer returning. So I still need to just continue to get the MRI every 3 to 4 months, not like 6 months or longer like it used to be. But, I'll take that. I mean, it's 3, 4 more months now. I think they went ahead and scheduled a time where it'll be September, early September, when the next one will be, and it will both be the MRI and the appointment at UAB. Where I'll get to see them in person and have everything done up there. It's kind of nice to see my doctor up there. He's a wonderful man, very friendly, just been a blessing. But obviously, I wish I didn't have to go at all. But you do what you got to do, and that will be the next thing that's lined up. So, in other terms, something I've been digging into, and I'm sure there's some people that say, oh, it's a bunch of hogwash, but I remember years back, before any of this even happened, I always dug into deep thinking of health and certain things of how electrical things can affect your brain. And no surprise that I remember making a video even on my phone when they enhanced some real close by towers to have G4. And then back about a year and a half ago, the closest ones to us were boosted to G5. And I remember mentioning then that could be an issue. Well, I've kind of kept track of it, but never really paid so much deep attention. But how interesting it is that that's when all this first started to show up, with this new little bit of signature thing and starting to feel more odd throughout the day. And it's just harder to kind of function certain ways. Today, and this is just raw facts, call it a coincidence, maybe, but I had one of these minor seizure auras again Sunday, playing disc golf to get some exercise with my son-in-law, and never have gotten better all this while. So today I've felt like, what I'm going to do is I'm unplugging the 5G from the home, so nothing would work with Wi-Fi, internet-wise, which decreases drastically how much radiation you're getting. And if you're not familiar with the radiation, it is. You can look it up. 5G is electromagnetic radiation. So no one can deny that you're getting it in your head, and it's going to have some effect to your brain. Some people probably hardly at all, but some people like myself that obviously already have issues can affect it greatly. So long story short, unplugged it, in about an hour and a half, I started feeling better. And that's the first time in 3 days that I started feeling like I was thinking a little bit clearer. Things were coming together a little bit better. So first thing I did was, thankfully, I can jump and start trying to work more on one of my songs I'm trying to redo for the church and to put maybe on Facebook. But I didn't need to go on internet to do that. All that program is done already in my Mac Mini. So call it again coincidence, but I don't think it is. I think in my situation, I do think G5 is definitely having some problems with me, and that could be what's starting to make some of this happen and get worse over these last year and a half, back when it was in our area with Verizon. So anyway, that's a whole nother story, but I appreciate the prayers. It is a blessing that I will continue to do the best I can do for the next 3-4 months until we head up there in September, probably the first or second week. I think the date is listed to get an MRI done up there, and they might do some other kind of a deeper digging to figure out what could be going on, and I'll take that. Until then, I'm going to make the most of every day like we all should be doing anyway. And I appreciate the prayers so much. I cannot thank each and one of you. I try to send some direct messages, but I promise you, even though I read slowly, I do read every single response that I get from every update of health and email. And I'm glad that I'm blessing some people with the music and stuff I do in my faith witnessing through the medical battle that I deal with. But it just reassures me, and hopefully for some of you, that I don't ever question what God's plan is for me. It is a struggle when I'm not thinking correctly, but I don't doubt that maybe God helped me think out that message today of, in my situation, trying to cut off this G5 a little bit more, and then maybe just plug it in when the kids might need to do some internet or something, or when I have to watch the news every now and then. I might try to drop watching the news till every couple of days or every 3 days and just not worry about it, because I've got to look after my health as well as my family's health. So appreciate everything. I hope everyone is doing well. Love hearing from you guys, and stay in touch, and I'll try to get some more music out soon. I love all of you guys, and y'all are an absolute blessing. Thanks again.